Good morning, beautiful family. Greet the day together. It looks actually through the camera always so different. Looks like a big smiley face. So important for our system to have the sun come into the eyes in the morning especially. Ideal is 1 hour in the first hour after sunrise and then the hour before sunset. Yeah, can really fill up with the energy of the sun, and still very big swell coming in, and yeah, the shifts of the seasons. Here it is getting lighter, so much later, and it is cooler. It feels more contracting and calming also. I've just been reflecting as I walked on here all these years. There's a full moon as well. All these years that I shared from this hill with the beautiful trees I sat under, and this is now completely being ripped apart and transformed. Yeah, the hill is gone, and yeah, it's really beautiful nature that it was. It's gonna look very, very different and quite flat. And yeah, I miss sitting on the hill here under the trees. And you know, this is also human. As I'm landing deeper and deeper and deeper with my soul and my energy in my body, any bypassing has stopped. And what we feel, we need to feel. This is a process of a little bit to feeling it all. And this is not being stuck in that, but it's like acknowledging that. Acknowledging, wow, I really miss that I feel sadness about that, and to allow it to feel. So much conditioning has been happening to just keep going and going and going, and then to bypass how we feel. This is the same with children growing up, and suddenly they are independent, which of course has always been the goal and is the direction it flows. And there's still sadness and the grieving involved, because it's a kind of relationship that is ending, that is transforming. So yeah, what do you do? Do you rush from one thing to the next to not feel? Or do you allow to feel, and then that creates a beautiful transition? Because the transition of relationships is often a big part of the relationship itself. And with relationship, I mean especially relating, the way of relating. Now where it's freed out of being a ship, like wild, free relating, like we do with all of life. And it always transitions, it always shifts. The conditioning of boxing something in is literally killing it. So it's never stagnant. That's probably too why I'm walking, getting into this transmission. And yeah, there's some trees left here, so let's go and sit under them. I really feel to sit here this morning and share a live transmission from here. You probably remember, maybe you remember and watched that how deeply I've been involved in this transformation. I sat with this land, and yeah, this is my role here. My sole role to help land and animals and humans and all beings, which includes Earth, transition from one form to the next. So this looks very beautiful. Yeah, Holy Trinity tree. Let's have a sit here. This is a beautiful view. So, yeah. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. See, it always goes on. There's another tree, and this feels beautiful under here. Let's have some water together, getting this flowing. Watering our bodies, watering the grid, watering our relations. Big circulation plug in. Yeah. So all phases of, everything is a reflection from our inside, our relationship, our relating, especially of our soul with our matter, our energy, our frequency with our physical form, with our matter. That's being reflected outside. And when we deeply surrender to our soul, starting with it, and then to our monad, our soul group, our energy, where we are all one, and there's many of us here, part of one group, finding each other now. Also, we are finding each other when we are in our mission, when we are walking our path, when we have come into our physical matter. Like for me, I've been meeting them, sharing this water, drinking this water, learning about it. I've been meeting them, sharing the frequencies, because we are all drawn to the same thing. We are all here, my monad, we are here, my monadic group, we are here to help all of life transition, transform, and shift. Yeah, shift into the higher frequency, shift into union. Yeah. So how are we doing that? We are doing that with presence as well. So this means being fully present with those beings that come to us, that could be animals, that could be land. And so I'm sitting here next to this land. I was fully present. I am still fully present with it. I can't sit on it, but I'm here most days. And I'm on my inside together with this land, supporting this transformation. Or animals who are leaving their physical form. I haven't let them be put into sleep. I have been always with them until their time to leave the body was there. And this is the same with when relationships, relatings, connections shift. Can we be fully present with that? When our children are suddenly grown up and leaving, and when we have been in loving connections and suddenly our time together in the physical is complete, can we allow this to feel it all and stay present instead of rushing immediately into something else? Yeah, staying present, and we are being guided then to everything when we are living soul-led and monadic led. So we are grounding the shifts deeply in from the eclipse. That was a very powerful night, very incredible, and portal around it. And I have been deprogramming deep patterns to do with waiting. Now that's part of the ancestral curses, where the women, the mothers, were at home waiting also for the men to return back from the war. Would they return? Would they not feel what is associated with that? So much fear of survival. And these patterns are deeply rooted in the nervous system. They're wired into us. So with the frequency devices, they are being brought to my awareness, and I am also deprogramming them with the frequencies and with the water and with the body talk formulas and anything that comes in, like these birds. And so waiting is a kind of stagnation. It's a comfort zone as well, and it shows up in all different ways. Can show up attracting people that are more absent than they are, that promise a lot but don't show up, because what happens then? We wait. I wait for them, and I never cared about that because I love waiting. I'm used to waiting. That's my comfort zone. But how actually it is really not comfortable. And it also leads to connecting with beings where we have a high intensity, and it seems like, oh, that's connection, but it's actually just high intensity and dopamine or so. But it's not real deep connection. So I'm shifting, all of this is shifting. And if you've been watching my live transmissions, you have been witnessing these shifts in me. And I'm always sharing from them, because my role here as a soul, as a master here on earth, like you are too, when we remember why we are here, is to be the embodiment of love, of the light, of peace, of stability, grounded stability, here, fully here. Not floating around in the ethers, but fully here, available to meet and to be met, available to share, and care. So that shows up everywhere. And when we are coming into networks, for me they are mycelium networks. They are our soul tribe sharing together with the Kangen water, with the return to origin water, with the frequency devices. That is not to me network marketing. This to me is a mycelium network, like nature is, like these vines are. They're all growing here together. That's how nature operates, not in isolation. And many of us are exhausted from doing it alone. That's the end of it. And a lot comes up coming into a network, because we have a lot of mirrors, we have a lot of partners. A lot of things come up in that, because we are also seeing, oh, that person is in full, wow, they have been attracting a team of 1,000 people. And I am no less committed, I'm no less in it, and I have a team of before or whatever, you know, and then it's like, wow, what is there? And it's not to compare and feeling inferior, but wow, why can that be? And then suddenly I'm seeing, oh yeah, we can also hide in networks, or we can fully show up. And then I see, oh wow, I'm waiting. I've also been waiting for people who have had big words and, oh yeah, I'm coming on, but then suddenly dropping off. And you know, this is not, this is a different energy that is feeding my waiting program. And I've been waiting for them. I've been doing that forever. So I've been deprogramming that, not waiting for anybody. And how we are also deprogramming that in the physical is by making little moves. Not massive ones, but little movement every day. Totally directed. And consciously stopping the waiting. So I've been doing that, and yeah, this has really been culminating. And in this year now, in the energy of the fire horse, if we wait, we're gonna fall off the horse, and it's gonna feel so pressured and hurting that we cannot not move. I had that culminating with having to wait. I've never had my car serviced and had to wait for it for 4 weeks. But thank you. Everything is happening for us because it shows how uncomfortable that is. And that's the old comfort zone. So it's actually really ridiculous, but we have to be fully compassionate with ourselves and laugh about that. And this is very much in our society, otherwise I wouldn't be feeling it, because I am here to feel the collective. I am here to feel and work through myself the patterns of the collective as well. I shift it within myself, it goes into the grid, and then many others will shift it too. And I'm also ending any sacrificing programs. They are all attached to the waiting. Now, in this beautiful way of how I do this that I learned with the Body Talk system, it is so easy and so elegant and so clever, because what I'm seeing through that, you know, the active memory networks, because it's never just one thing, then the sub-files, and it's everywhere. So working with it with a special formula that defrags it, puts it into new context, and just makes us, in lay terms, conscious of how we have been, and then bringing in the shifts of how we have to be, because our higher self needs us to shift this. Our true self, which is our soul self, our master self that we truly are, that has been in amnesia and unconscious. Yeah. So we've been conditioned in the first 7 to 8 years of our life in this physical form, and we've been living in our collective. That's why when we are encountering people from different countries, they all have a similar pattern, which has been from the epigenetic layer, has been culturally conditioned. And if you have lived in other countries, you know that there's a certain trait that you find then in people. You know, that's where it's also rich to live in other countries and become aware of that. And then we can also repattern our impact, our imprint from the country when we are in another country. Yeah, so this is working consciously, this is doing our inner work, and yeah, we are really in a new energy. We are in a new energy, and we are being called forward now. Like I shared Judith's video this morning. We are being called forward. She is part of our our forerunners, our part of our tribe, to be the light, to show up for why we are here, to shift this within us first. And what is playing out is also the old timelines unraveling of war, of scarcity, and then people writing like, buy petrol, like, no, we have to be and do it now, not wait for tomorrow. There isn't any waiting anymore. Get out of the infinity loop. We are here now, and the frequency devices, because they are PEMF, Earth energy, and terahertz, the light of life, consciousness and Earth helping us do this and come in now, very fast, because we don't have time. It's now. So if you are finished waiting, then you are part of this. Good morning, Jeff. And if you've just come on, you can watch the replay where I went deeply into that releasing of the waiting pattern. Oh, and there's the beautiful magpies flying in. Really coming in to share his transmission. He is not waiting. And, you know, these are all, he's not just a magpie, he's a sacred master that is just coming in here to bring his transmission in. And, you know, multidimensional beings that we all are, we can shapeshift also into animals and show up to each other. So this beautiful master is just coming here. And the other butcher bird, my buddy, that has come often into these transmissions, they're actually happy that I'm sitting here and sharing the live transmission again. Because I haven't done this for a while, because I've been grieving this transformation here and being deeply with it, as you know. So, but we are now in the new energy, and that's why I'm sitting here at a new spot with this beautiful tree that's giving me support, that's embracing me. And yeah, the time is now. And yeah, their beautiful song. You know, and one question that I ask myself often and live by is, if this is your last hour, your last day here in the physical body, have you shared everything you wanted to share? Have you lived to your fullest, and not for yourself but for the whole? Are you awake? Are you aware? Are you in service without sacrificing and depleting yourself, but fully in your soul's service? Are you connected with your soul tribe? Are you contributing to the whole, supporting each other? Yeah. Something to sit with. And yeah, you know, our physical form can go off in any moment. But we are here to fully live and fully give and be and receive, especially also all that we came here for. Let's drink to that and remember to hydrate. So important. We cannot shift if we are not hydrated. We need our neuroplasticity in our body to work properly, for which we need to be hydrated. That's why the PEMF and terahertz frequency devices, they really only work on our bodies if we are hydrated. Otherwise the energies, the frequencies can't work. Then people get overwhelmed. Some people use it and they feel, they feel on edge, they feel. And why? Because they haven't listened to, you need to be hydrated, you need to drink before, start low. But this is what we are being taught, what we are being shown. Because we need to be also hydrated to circulate our connection. We cannot connect if the connections are not hydrated. It's the message from the ocean as well. Free, full flow. The energies in our body need to flow. Our circulation, our circulatory system is one of the most important systems in our body. If we are not circulated well enough, we are stagnant, and then we can't be fully here in our mission. That's why this is so aligned, and many of us needing support with this, with some devices that we might not need for a long time, but right now, to revitalize, to help our bodies to shift, so that our bodies become the reflection of our soul, of the light that we are, of the water that we are, of the soul that we are, of the free spirit that we are, abundant and free. Circulation of our blood, circulation of our energy. Everything needs to be flowing and vibrating high. So when we put our feet on the Therapy 90 or Therapy 90 Plus, we have videos from before and after, before the blood is stagnant, because we are also bombarded with EMFs and plastic and all of that stuff, that our vibration and our circulation can be blocked and clotted. But after only 20 minutes, everything is vibrating and flowing. The blood is circulating. I share that video again later, because that's so beautiful to see. So we want to be flowing like this ocean and shining as bright as the sun, and be as stable as life itself, even when it's chaotic. We need to sometimes go through chaos to come back, to reorganize. That's what chaos is. That's why when we have also something going on in our body that can look like chaos, if you come with medical interventions and drugs and all of that, sometimes they might be needed, but often they interrupt the process of the divine reorganization. So if we support this process with like water and the earth frequencies and the light frequencies of life, that is a natural support that can also look like sitting in nature, lying on the earth, going into the ocean, resting a lot, because we need to support our transformation. Yeah, I leave it at that now. I feel this is coming to a close. Let's drink to that and ground this in and take a few breaths together. Let the breath of life flow through us, and feel the light of our monad, the light of our spirit and soul flow right through us and anchor deeply, deeply into the core of earth. And we are stabilizing in our energy and reconnecting to the true tree of life, away from the distorted energies, in our direct link with Source, and to the core of matter, the core of earth. Circulation plugging into our whole system, our physical body aligning with our monadic energy, with our soul, our spirit. And to that also, it's always no coincidence, the machines are starting. So it's beautiful. We had this time before all the noise and fumes. This is like full on. And let's be with compassion with this piece of earth as well, this piece of land, that is being so deeply reorganized, which is exactly also, if we could see the transformation that we are going through, that can look like that, but of course differently. And this beautiful inflow, we are so interconnected and held and supported by everything. Let's not buy into any fears, and if any fear comes up, also just wants to be reprogrammed, feel it and let it go, and staying in our truth, our faith, and in love and in connection. And let's keep gathering, coming all together. And that's where I find it so beautiful to actually have like products that bring us together. Really something physical we can share with each other that is helping us on all levels, and that is mainly also helping us together. But not only in spirit, not only in the quantum field, but really down here now. So that our time of doing this alone, you know, is complete. We are meant to support each other in all ways, especially in the physical, because it's easier, it's more fun. And if we are scared of that, then that is part of the program that is also unraveling, attached to waiting, you know. There's a big active memory network unraveling. And I feel I will go more into that in the next transmission, because this is just now opening deeper and unraveling. And I'm sending you so much love, seeing your love, seeing your light, feeling us all together. Hi Wendy, hi Satyana, beautiful to be here together. Let's keep gathering. Thank you all three to be here in the live transmission, feeling our lands connecting as we are lighting the grid up, you know. And right now we are really called forward to be stronger than ever and to shine more brightly than ever, because it's like in a dark room, and the light comes on, it's not dark anymore. So yeah, and all these clouds, they are not dimming the sun, they are just like part of the whole. The sun is still shining super brightly, it's all just in movement, as any stagnation is moving. And I'm going to go now into this ocean, and I'm going to shift it and move it as we are rebirthing with water. That's what the aqua phoenixes do. It can be in a shower, in a lake, in the ocean, in a river, with the water we are drinking. And the beautiful birds are dancing here together. There's also a really big butterfly, very, very big, dancing here in front of us. It is so beautiful to be alive, isn't it? Such an honor to be here together, to find each other, to meet, to connect, to share our authentic self. Yeah, have a really beautiful day or night wherever you are. Beautiful souls. So much love. See you soon again, and always in the quantum field. And yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for being you, amazing you. I'm grateful to connect with you. Much love. Love is sharing water together. Bye bye.